We're back. I said screw it and continue from where we saved before. Wait, hold up. Yeah. So we're continuing off of this save slot. As we push forward, we'll save back here, but... Now, I came from this way, so... Might as well go back here. Today's a good day because I actually did the food shopping that I wanted to do. Got me some good kick-ass drinks to where I don't feel like... I don't recommend some of them to people because you guys kind of know how I am. It's a little hee-hee. But, the other drinks, like right now, the drink of the day, because I always do that. The drink of the day for this recording is Red Bull. I do not recommend this to anybody because that shit will give you wings. And not in the literal sense. And then the other sponsor, it's not really a sponsor, but the other thing that is of the day, because I just went to my medical health place for a checkup, Trojan. If you're old enough, you get that joke. If not, then you know I don't know what you're doing.
Take this!
But yeah, that was a thing when I went over there because they were everywhere.
Ha! Yeah.
Let's go crazy. Finally, I'm actually continuing playing this shit. And I feel terrible too, because it's like, I know people are probably mad at me. It's like, why were you stalling? It's like, I wasn't stalling it because of like any like real reason. It just happens. Just lack of motivation, didn't feel like really recording, and then when I did record, I just never was able to do I was never able to record with the exact amount of time that I had in mind. Because, like, I have that meeting stuff going on with the pro gaming stuff, and then every night is always something with Rainbow or another thing that we're working on. So it's kind of been hard to get an actual recording going, or in the other sense is that like I do like a recording, I don't know, maybe like freaking Devil May Cry like I normally do, and I just don't feel motivated at all to do that. And that's saying something if I don't even feel motivated to play that game, and that's like my favorite series since the PlayStation 2. But it happens. There's moments in my life where I just don't feel like doing anything, and that was one of them. And my phone just pinged in my pocket. I'm wondering if it's from... Okay, never mind. It's an email. I hate that because I look and it's like, oh yeah, Venom Gaming just... Yeah, meeting. And I gotta remember all my meetings now are on Saturdays. I keep forgetting that shit and it fucks me. You have a life now. It's like, no, I've always had a life. It's just that I just haven't been able to schedule the new shit that's in my life. Before I was able to schedule shit. It's like, oh yeah, we normally do something around this time. I gotta get off this shit before then. But now it's like, oh yeah, I got the Venom Gaming stuff going on. So it makes it a little bit harder. Because in some cases, there's also like... It doesn't happen a lot. But it does. There's like emergency, like... They're not really emergency, but they're like urgent meetings that come up because of stupid shit that happens, and those are the things that end up having to get addressed the most. And it's understandable. Like, a lot of dumb stuff will happen because some of the people that are coming into Venom Gaming are new and are really like rough around the edges. But it's fun, and I do recommend for those who are trying to get into, like, if you guys play Overwatch or Rainbow on PC, Xbox One, PS4, the link to their website is in the description. I think that's how you communicate them. I gotta ask the boss and everything like that how to communicate it, how to contact him when people want to apply, because there's always new people applying. So there's that. I mean, you can find them on Discord too. That's where originally everything was, but then we created a website and everything like that for forums and everything for Venom Gaming. So you can find them on Discord, but I don't know the actual. I think you have to get invited into that, and that's where contacting the boss first comes in.
Kill some time till I get back.
I'm gonna open up a case of Red Bull.
Glad I get to fight more than boredom.
This game runs so smooth on here. Let me see. I'm trying to think if there's anything. Why does this look like it's out of Tron? Because it is. This is one of the worlds you visit is from Tron Legacy. For those who don't know, and I know anybody who's watching this have probably played Kingdom Hearts 2, but for those who don't, I'll reiterate some of the stuff. In Kingdom Hearts 2, you actually visit Tron's world, like the old school Tron, and then in Birth by Sleep, apparently something happened to Tron's world to where it became Tron Legacy, and so this world is basically put into sleep, and that's how it looks the way it is, story-wise. But yeah, so you pretty much, I have no idea if we'll visit this world in Kingdom Hearts 3. It would be cool to see what they'll do with it, because it ends the same way as it did well, actually, no, I don't even think they'll probably use it, because the movie ends with Tron falling into the ocean, and it doesn't tell you if he's, like, what happens after that. So it'd be cool to see it, but I don't think it would fit into Kingdom Hearts 3, now that I think about it. Unless the movie comes out before the game does. Or Square somehow gets an idea for it.
Who's this?
I'm Riku. Sam and I were on our way to the portal.
Come with us.
Where are we headed?
The portal. But we need a solar sailor. There's one in the underground docks.
Your disc. Dad. It's gone.
It is. She's stable.
That's creepy as hell,
We
though.
have to go back. Clue will use it to reach the outside world. I can stop him from destroying it if you just let me do this.
You've done enough already.
So what do we do now?
I don't know. Nothing. We do nothing. Be still. Wait.
Yeah, that's how Kingdom Hearts is.
A full-on sprint to the portal. We can beat Clue there. Let's get her out of here.
Alright, I'm gonna promote Kingdom Hearts for a little bit. For those who don't know what Kingdom Hearts is, because, you know, my buddy Crazy's watching this and he is confused as shit is what he's seeing. Kingdom Hearts is basically a collaboration between Square Enix and Disney. So the whole world of Kingdom Hearts is based around Disney characters or Disney assets. Tron is Tron is a Disney asset. So if you want to like see all the worlds that Kingdom Hearts has, like Cinderella, The Little Mermaid, Lion King, Hercules, play Kingdom Hearts. For those who are probably like, there's a ton of Kingdom Hearts games, and I know it's going to be hard to find them all. So to make it easier on you guys, this month they're coming out with Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 together for the PlayStation 4. It's basically the same as what you would get on the PS3, except that the loading times will be a little bit faster. The game will run a little bit. The games will run a little bit smoother, and that's pretty much it. It'll be the same thing as you would have gotten on the PS3, just speed-wise, it'll be a little bit better. So I do recommend picking that up if you do not have a PS3 or did not pick up those two collections before. It'll catch you up to speed with what's going on prior to 2.8. And then once you're done with that, and if you have the extra money, pick up 2.8 because that came out, I would say, last month. I can't remember exactly when I picked this thing up. But grab that and you can jump right into this because this is the last game in the title until Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out. Well, actually, no, that's not true. 0.2 is the last one that they made. But that's also here as well. So you guys can pretty much catch up to speed with everything and then pick this collection up. It's definitely worth it if you have not played Kingdom Hearts before, or if you just want to be refreshed and reminded of what's happening in the story, or if you just like Disney. And no, I'm not and no, I'm not sponsored by Square Enix. I'm just kind of free promoting that just now, so I don't want people thinking that I'm trying to sell them something, because I've had people think that a while back, and it's like, no, I am not sponsored by anybody. The only thing that I'm affiliated with now is Venom Gaming, which I need to ask the guys to give me the watermark so I can put that on my banner later. So yeah, with Kingdom Hearts, they will use assets from the movies and stuff like that for the games. They stay true. They stay really true to the content as well. Like in Pirates of the Caribbean, they use the assets from the first movie, and like with Will Turner pretty much saying that he'll sacrifice himself and stuff like that to prevent I forgot the guy's name, Barbossa, from getting the coin and fixing the curse and whatnot. Like stuff like that. Those moments that you recognize very clearly from the movies are in the games themselves, and that's what I like about Square, is that they stay true. Well, Tetsuya, because Tetsuya is the one who comes up with the ideas. He stays true to the material. Except few deviations from here and there where there's censorship, because a lot of the things, Disney's very picky about censorship. That's the only thing you have to worry about. Hold up. Can we... Because I want to watch the stream with you guys just in case something goes horribly wrong, so I gotta drop the the quality on my end. Can you guys still see it running well? Because it's acting a little iffy on my side. As long as it runs smoothly on you guys' end, I don't care. I just don't want it to like crap out at all. It's been running perfectly smooth up to this point. We're heading back to get any missing treasure chests, because if we clear out this area a little bit sooner. Seems good so far. All right, good. I just want to make sure, because I don't want it to like I said, I don't care if I don't see it on my end, but as long as it runs smooth on your guys' end, I do not care. No, I'm not using the link portals, because the link portals are kind of stupid. Let's talk to him. I need more confetti candy. I have those. So I really don't need those. Zero gravity. Buy that. Balloon. Balloon is OP as hell in this game. So I'm gonna say this right now. For those who probably like wondering, oh, what's the best way to deal damage to enemies or bosses? Use Balloon. I don't know what it is about this game, and that like when I first saw Balloon on the 3DS, no joke, I thought it was like just a silly little spell, wasn't gonna do a lot of damage. Oh heck no! If you get like the I think it's called Mega Balloon or Balloonga, I think that's what it's called. That thing does so much damage to bosses, is not even funny. And not only that, it acts as a launcher too. So if an enemy runs into it, sometimes they get launched into the air and get stuck up there. So if you want to like really rack in some ton of damage, just get a ton of Balloongas and just prop them up somewhere. Even like the end bosses are even the end boss that we're gonna fight is really susceptible to Balloonga. It's just a broken. Exactly, Arrow. It's fucking broken as hell. So if you want to like cheap a boss out, just use Balloonga. And where is the sleep? Where's the dreamy knot? There we go. Yeah, buy more of those. Constantly stack up on these, that way you don't pass out. Because I'm about to end up dozing out. Command deck. Oh, I do have them on stock. I have an extra command deck here, so I might as well use it for something. What am I gonna do? I don't want to use Balloon. I want to use Zero Gravity. I actually ran through this game on critical without ever using Balloon, so I don't really. Balloon is OP, but I don't see myself ever using it, just for the fact that I like to make it fair, but at the same time really challenging for myself. But there are moments where games kind of like. Sorry. For those who know who I am, or don't know, like I love games with challenge. So I always put myself through like, you know, challenging situations where I want to see if I can get away with certain things. Like in Kingdom Hearts 2, I tried fighting all the data fights with only the Kingdom Key, and certain restrictions on me, like combo pluses removed, negative combos, just anything that makes my stats a little bit weaker. Because at that point, after I beat them the first time around, I was already maxed out in level. So I tried to see how I'd fare with that. Like stuff like that where I can just make myself in a disadvantage and try to make it as challenging as possible. And this is probably due to the fact that I play Devil May Cry a lot, and I always want to put myself in those challenging situations since I use Dante for like Royal Guarding and whatnot. But Balloon just feels like that type of thing where it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get away scot-free with this cheap, you know, stunt. And I don't like using abilities like that where it feels really cheap or broken and you could just easily just spam it. Like, I can understand if you don't want to deal with an enemy that's a pest and then using it, that's completely understandable. Because but for me, I love having that sense of challenge, so I'll keep trying to be as fair to the opponents as possible. And that leads to the, I'm just trying to make conversation, even if it doesn't like really make any sense to anybody. But there's some games that the difficulties are somewhat unfair, or the game is just not built with it in mind. Like, perfect example of this is I was trying to do a No Mercy run on Resident Evil 6. For those who don't know what No Mercy run is, it's a mode that they added in through patch update for Resident Evil 6. Yeah, critical mode. 2's critical mode is a little bit more forgiving. 1's is a pain because Donald doesn't do anything. Like, he doesn't help you at all. So you'll be in a situation where you need to be healed, and he isn't gonna do it. And then there'll be moments where you heal yourself, and Donald thinks it's a good idea to heal you right after doing that. So be careful of that, because Kingdom Hearts 1 Donald isn't the best Donald. But Kingdom Hearts 2 Donald is OP, and I love Donald in 2 more than I love him in 1. So just be careful of that critical mode if you're gonna pick up 1.5 and 2.5. But what was I saying about Resident Evil 6? Basically, No Mercy mode is like this. Enemies do a lot more damage. Reaction commands and stuff like that happen in the game, which there's a lot of them. Can do severe damage to you if you mistime it. The timing for them is a lot more, you have to be really quick on it. And it's just, there's a lot of things they change. Oh yeah, there's less ammo and health items. It's just, the whole game is basically a big, like, oh yeah, we're gonna just take away all the assets that you would need to push the game onward. And, see how you fare. But the issue with No Mercy mode is that the game doesn't give you any health items at all. Like, it's supposed to give you some health items, but it never does. There's never anything lying around. It's always bullets, and it's always bullets for guns that either you don't need, or just, you use too much of it, and you end up not having any more bullets to work with. So you're always constantly, and not only that, you're always put in rooms where you are forced into time events, and you can't avoid them. Like, there'll be zombies on the ground that you can't shoot, and when you walk past them, they'll jump up at you, and it's unavoidable. So that's those types of situations where the No Mercy difficulties, stuff like that, where it isn't fair to you as a player and forces you into things that you could easily avoid, is not challenging. It's just kind of broken and tedious, and those are the type of difficulties I do not like. I like it when the game's actually built with the difficulty in mind and gives you, the player, like, an actual, like, real advantage. Like, for instance, Doom's Ultra Nightmare mode, which I still need to try to finish, is, for those who don't play who's never played Doom's Ultra Nightmare mode runs like this. It's basically Nightmare mode, except that if you die, you start all the way from the first mission. So wherever mission you died at, depending on how far you went, you have to start all the way from the beginning. There's no checkpoint. Well, there are checkpoints, but there is no save points, and once you die, that's it. It's game over. So you keep that in mind when you decide to oh my god, there's a treasure chest here. So keep that in mind. That difficulty, right, it isn't a pain. It's not, because it's challenging. It's really challenging. But I feel like when you play that, you're not getting cheaped out by the enemies like that. It's more or less that you have to learn how the enemies play, and you have to learn to use the movement system a lot and run. So it's not, might be good for speedrunning. It is. There's a lot of people that speedrun Ultra Nightmare mode for Doom. So, like that, it's more like, with that difficulty, I'm sorry if I'm stuttering a little bit because I'm focusing on this and talking at the same time, and it's been a while since I've recorded. But with that difficulty, it feels like it's you who makes it challenging or not. Like, if you know how the enemies are, you know how to work your way around and have a timing and a setup accordingly, then yeah, you can get that run done no prob. But if you have no clue how to play Doom, and you have no clue where you're going and no clue about how enemies are, then yeah, it's going to be a lot more challenging. It's like Devil May Cry in the sense that how many times you played, how long you messed with it, how you know the enemies' workarounds, what's the best method of dealing with them, what's the quickest way of getting around from point A to point B, learning advanced mechanics, stuff like that makes the game a lot more easier and a lot more fun because you're coming up with new ways of getting around. So any games that give you like that sense of freedom and mobility to do whatever you want is welcome to my book, because that gives you a sense of challenge because you're doing something that probably another player has never done before.
Take this!
You gotta live for the thrill. fell right into that.
Done! Drip! Heal!
Speaking of games with challenge, like we just finished up very hard mode for Nier, and I can't wait to play that on the 7th. And we're probably gonna be besides the stuff that I have going on in my personal life, we're gonna probably do a schedule for that, where we do 1 day of Kingdom Hearts, 1 day of Final Fantasy, and 1 day of Nier, because I never got to play the first Nier. I really wanted to play it, and people have shown me, sorry about blew into the mic, people have shown me like Nier being like, you know, $7-12 on Amazon. I'm very sorry, I do not have the money to buy that. I will buy it. I will definitely buy it next month. I definitely am gonna do that. And Nier 2, thank God for how the story is. It does not really have any strong connection to the first game, because the first game has multiple endings, and Nier 2 is based off of one of the endings. So it doesn't, I don't think it does make any reference. Well, no, it's supposed to make a couple of references to the first game if you've played it, but not so much to where it takes away from the actual like main story itself. So I'm very confident in playing that game first, especially since I played the demo and it's really fun and it's really you know, just engaging with its combat.
Take this! Ha!
Jesus Christ, this Red Bull's really good. I haven't had Red Bull in forever. I'm trying to remember if there was anything else in mind. But with Nier, from what I've heard, there's also for Nier Automata, there's also going to be like this thing for debug called debug mode. And I'm so happy about hearing that, because basically what debug mode is, and this is for, I'm gonna do self-destruct. For those who play Devil May Cry like I do, we've always wanted a trainer mode inside the console versions of the game. On PC, the modded community for Devil May Cry have added a ton of stuff, from costumes to like difficulties like God Must Die, where the enemies kind of spawn in their double trigger modes, which makes them harder to knock into the air, do combos with. And also they take a lot more damage than normal. But the one asset from the mods is Trainer. What Trainer does is that most of the time you want to practice combos and stuff like that in Devil May Cry. You want to learn how to, you know, string together moves, or practice advanced mechanics like reverse attacks, aerial rave, guard flying as Dante, multiple judgment cuts as Virgil. So you want to learn how to do these things, but you can't do it because the enemies die too fast. So with Trainer, you can actually stop the timer in Bloody Palace, stop the enemies from dying, and also keep yourself from dying, and you can practice on these enemies as long as you want. And you can do it, I think, in any setting, or you can set it up in any way to where you can even like set it up to fight one of the bosses. So you can learn how to fight, you know, Burial, Bale, Sanctus, Agnes, any of those enemies if you wanted to. Heck, you can even set it up to fight more than one of the same boss. So if you wanted to, you could fight 3 Credos at once. So that's what the mods are on in the PC version of DMC4. But with Nier, it's built into the game. So if you beat the game 3 times, so you gotta run the game once, run the game a second time in New Game Plus, and on the third run of the game, they give you debug mode. Debug mode is basically the same concept. You can spawn at any type of enemy variety you want. Set up 2B with any weapons that you want, and you can practice in any area at any given time. From what I've seen from the development team. So that is something that we always wanted in the Devil May Cry games, is to have a debug mode for that same exact purpose, so we can practice and learn the characters and learn how to set up combos. I might actually try doing combo videos now because of that, because people have always wanted me to like do combos, make combo videos for Devil May Cry, but I never wanted to do it because of the fact that it would take too much time, and I would have to constantly restart a Bloody Palace, restart a mission, and practice over and over again. And I'm not gonna lie, nobody likes that. And I got hit 3 times right off the bat. That sucks.
You're done!
Oh, I missed that.
Sorry!
I hit the mic, I'm sorry about that. But it'll be cool to just try to do videos of that, because I see Don Gurry do it all the time, and it's amazing though. It's like, I want to ask him later, because I'm probably going to ask him later. It's like, how do you come up with these things? Like, I just really want to know. You got to tell me that. Like, the demo just came out and you just made a ton of videos of combos. Like, did you just sat one day and wanted to figure this out, or how does that work? The man's a genius. He really is. Actually, let's check on the spirits, because they probably have a bunch of stuff now. Look at that, see? I gotta link one more time with him to get that. I think what I'm gonna do, right, since... How much do we have? He got 345. So yeah, we can buy these right off the bat. Sure. I think we'll save up 100 more. Then we'll go for these. But for right now, actually no, we'll need 200. So we'll leave Wow Yao alone for a little bit. Attack boost. Poison block. What's this? Circle raid. Oh yeah, when you throw the Keyblade, it starts spinning around the enemy and then comes back. That's actually a really good attack if the enemy isn't one of the bosses that you fight later on. It's useful in the beginning, but it's terrible at the end. Fire screen. Do we need that at the moment? I don't think we do. So I might as well save up there as well. Alright. Wait, hold up. Can I? Wait. I need to look at this real quick. Como doesn't really have anything worth getting except for Zero Gravira, and you just need to link him 2 more times for that. The one that I really want to work on is Wow Yao, because he has Leaf Bracer. The sooner you get Leaf Bracer, the easier it's gonna be for you down the road. And that's where the double, like, the copy Dream Eater thing comes in. You just basically get 2 of the same Dream Eater to build or boost stats. So that's the best thing I could say, because that's the only way I see. Like, a lot of people hate this system, hate the ability link system, because everything is connected to the Dream Eaters in this game. But at the same time, but for me, I like it because you can just cheese it by getting the same Dream Eater because they give you like the best Dream Eater in the game right off the bat, and it's the Meow Wow, because it has Leaf Bracer and it has all, you know, defense boost, attack boost, depending on how you level them up before creating it. And if you level them up, it stacks on top of each other, so you can get two or more of defense boosts right out the gate of the story, and there you go. So people who were complaining about how you have to constantly pay attention to the Dream Eaters, do all this stuff with the Dream Eaters, it's not really that big of a deal. I mean, you don't have to like interact with the Dream Eaters for them to level up. They'll level up gradually over time. But if you interact with them, they level up faster, a lot faster. In fact, if you just give them treats, they level up and get like the link points that they need for that. In fact, we're gonna probably give Wow Yow here a freaking cake if we have a cake. Do we have a cake? Yeah, we have a cake. Here, take a cake. Take the cake. Take the cake before Main gets it. Thank you. And we'll just throw those and one of those. So if you're lazy and just don't want to interact with them or pet them, that's fine. Just give them food. They'll constantly level up. It's the same thing. But the ranking system, the leveling system in this game does encourage you to interact with them a little bit, because you'll get more out of it. So the more you interact with the Dream Eaters, the more you get. But I know some people are lazy about it, and the best way to level them up is to give them cake. Kind of like if your girl's mad at you and you've made her upset for whatever reason, just come home with cake. She'll forgive you. If she doesn't forgive you, then you must have really done something bad. When in doubt, give them cake. This door is locked. Go the other way. Today's a quiet day. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else in particular that Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop, because and I got into a conversation about this a while back too, like I would say about a week ago, about Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance being how this game is probably the most controversial of the series, because it's the one that a lot of people don't like because of how certain things are set up. Like, a lot of people don't like the flow motion. A lot of people, well, no, it's actually, no, that's not true. A lot of people, it's a lot of mixed feelings about the moveset in the game. I mean, a lot of people love the, I keep saying a lot of people when that's not even the case. Some people love the flow motion, some people hate the flow motion. Some people love the leveling up system, some people hate it. This game has a lot of mixed feelings. Unlike other Kingdom Hearts, where it's really swayed towards one side, where it's like, oh yeah, I love Kingdom Hearts 2. Oh yeah, I love Kingdom Hearts 1. A lot of people will tell you why they love those games. This game has a mixed baggage where there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing really wrong with it, but people have mixed feelings about it. A lot of people have mixed feelings about the Dream Eaters, that, you know, they're kind of just like copy sit-ins of, you know, Donald and Goofy. They might as well have just put like Disney characters as an assist like they normally do, or do something else in the sense of, yeah, let's add you know, one assist character or something. A lot of people just didn't like the Dream Eaters. That was the one turnoff they had for this game, because it made it seem like really childish, I guess you can say, which doesn't make any sense at all, considering the fact that this game technically caters to children, even though it has the mechanics of a game like Chrono Trigger. Yeah, a lot of the game, Dream Drop Distance has had a lot of baggage in the beginning. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It sold commercially well, but since the fact that it was on the 3DS when it first came out, and there was a lot of reasons why somebody wouldn't want to pick up the 3DS, because there wasn't that many games out, and nobody wanted to pick up the 3DS just to play this game. So I think Square was thinking that this would be like a console seller, but it has the potential to be a console seller. It actually got me to buy a 3DS, but it's because of the fact that, a lot of people don't think like I do. A lot of people don't care if it's a new continuation of the story. They're not going to pay the money to pick up just one game or try to invest into it. So this game didn't sell as much as it was meant to sell, but it did sell well. And the only thing I gotta say is a lot of the things that people complain about isn't necessarily a bad thing, because you gotta keep in mind that Birth by Sleep, a lot of people really love Birth by Sleep, a lot more than Kingdom Hearts 2 at times. But Birth by Sleep also has its own series of issues as well, with some of the bosses kind of being very cheap, in the sense that, like, even though you be dodge rolling and trying to get away and not get hit, you still somehow get hit by attacks that shouldn't hit you, or you're stuck in a stun lock that you cannot escape from, or it's unavoidable. Yeah, and that's also true. The controls are very like loose in 3D in Kingdom Hearts 3D, and it works, and at other times it doesn't. But it's never been that much of a problem, because there's workarounds for it. Like right now, it runs really smooth, and I have not had a problem with the controls.
I don't know.
But didn't you write her code?
Some of it. But the rest is just beyond me.
She's an ISO.
ISO?
A whole new life form. Korra is the last ISO.
And you created them?
They manifested like a flame. They weren't really from anywhere. The conditions were right, and they came into being. For centuries, we've dreamed of a pure existence beyond our own. I found them in here, like flowers in a wasteland. They were spectacular. Everything I'd hoped to find in the system. Control, order, perfection. None of it meant a thing. The ISOs, they were going to be my gift to the world. There, good as new. It's gonna take a while for our system to reboot.
So what happened to your gift?
Clue happened. He was built to create the perfect system.
I'm not gonna lie, when I think of
but
Clue, I
endless
think of the board
potential
game.
can never, ever be fully realized. Clue saw the ISOs as an imperfection, so he destroyed them.
He screwed up.
No, he's me. I screwed it up. Chasing after perfection, chasing after what was right in front of me. Right in front of me.
Look too hard for one thing, and you miss everything else. And then, the people around you get hurt in the process. Like Xehanort, his single-minded thirst for answers created Ansem. We all have a little of that curiosity in us. So if we're not careful, any one of us could create an Ansem. Great! They found us!
We've been put on a new course.
Another thing that Kingdom Hearts, that a lot of people didn't like about Kingdom Hearts, and this literally tags the whole series, because I've seen it happen, I've seen people comment about it in the forums, is that how Kingdom 1 was a little bit more darker in the sense of the story, and then Kingdom Hearts 2 and all the other ones started brightening it up and making it more... it went down a different path.
Goodbye.
Cora!
No, wait!
I think
She's
that's...
removing herself from the equation.
I think
We
that's
can't just let
Tron.
her go.
Yeah.
No. Hold on, Sam. What about getting you to the portal? You shut them down from the outside.
But Cora comes first. And we still have to get back your disc.
Sam, if you chase two rabbits, you won't catch either.
If this is a father-son thing, I won't butt in. But we should probably get back that disc at least, before Clue uses it to destroy the outside world. Come on, Sam.
Right. Meet me on the flight deck. And get us some wheels.
Wheels? What's your plan?
I'm a user. I'll improvise. Riku, I gotta save Cora too.
I know. We will.
The dish should be somewhere on the throne ship. I saw it dock here earlier. Over there.
All right.
Yeah, this game, a lot of people didn't like these scenes because it's like, oh yeah, you never see those guys in game, and you got the random Dream Runners running around. That's one of the issues that this game had, and honestly, I really don't even care, because that's just how I am. Like, I have fun with the game. I feel like that they had to make the changes due to the hardware limitations. And there's nothing wrong with it. Like, there's nothing wrong with the game kind of not having Disney characters as playable characters once in a while. Because you gotta remember, Kingdom Memories was like that. Where you didn't have playable characters, you had playable cards that can summon those characters, but you didn't actually have them as, like, assets that walk around with you, talk with you, and all that other stuff until cutscenes came up. And people loved Chain of Memories. Land at least 10 attacks while linked. Yeah, I'll totally do that. Oh, crap. Wow, that worked better than I thought it would. But yeah, what I was saying about Kingdom Hearts, the Kingdom Hearts series as a whole, is because I've seen people complain about it, is that the story in Kingdom Hearts 1 was really, like, dark, mysterious, and it had a really foreboding, like, sense when it came to the story with the characters and how each of the characters reacted with each other. And then the rest of the Kingdom Hearts games kind of just took it in a more brighter direction, and the stories didn't have as much of a meaning or impact to their eyes anyway. I feel like the story is pretty much just it's a really good one, and it makes you think heavily on certain subjects, and it just works. I don't know how to explain it. It just works. And I don't have a problem with it in any way, but people do seem to have a problem with how the story has changed from how the first game was presented. And so that leads to the question of, like, what makes, you know, a series, like, have a really good story, what makes a series kind of stand out, and how do you stay true to a series without deviating too much from the original idea. Kingdom Hearts 1 is probably the most favorite, you know, series out there from Square outside of Final Fantasy. and it doesn't deviate itself at all. It stays true to the Disney stuff while seamlessly adding Final Fantasy characters into the mix. So, you know, to those people that kind of complained about how the story changed a little bit from how it was presented in the first game, honestly, I don't see a problem. It's just how things are. Development changes. You know, developers view games one way and then it changes the next. The gaming is kind of like a human. It's like the human, you know, soul or heart, depending on how you interpret it. Where they feel a certain emotion while in development, and then it can change drastically in the next game, or just change midway through development. And I'm amazed that Tetsuya and his team have stayed true to Kingdom Hearts without ever, like, really, you know, deviating from it, you know, changing too much of the core mechanics that make it Kingdom Hearts. So I think, well, to me personally, I think what the best thing would be to stay true to a story or stay true to a game series as a whole is to never forget where it starts. And what I mean by that is that we all start from somewhere. Like, we don't always start from humble beginnings. And if we remember where we come from, we can know where we're going. And so I think that's the challenge that makes a good game have a great story, is always remembering where you came from. Stay true to what you're doing, stay true to the story, and, you know, the rest falls into place. There was also some things that, because I pay attention to a lot of the Devil May Cry stuff, that there's this thing where, I forgot what it was called, but it's basically the symptom for, like, games and stuff like that is that, you know, the story cutscenes interpret the game in a certain way. Hey, how's it going, Chase? The games interpret the character in a certain way in cutscenes, but in game the characters act completely different, like they're two polar opposite people. So it makes you wonder which is the real character. Like, there's a detraction from. Oh, what, with Kingdom Hearts, you didn't think it was going to do as well? Yeah, I think that's what a lot of developers think, that maybe their game isn't going to work out so well. So they kind of just, like, you know, expect a low expectation. I remember Kingdom Hearts 1, Tetsuya said that they were only expecting it to sell, like, probably 200 copies, and the thing sold over 1 million copies. During the first, like, I think the first 2 weeks of it being released. So, yeah, some developers feel that way. I mean, it happens. And no, I'm not doing that link portal stuff. But, it's crazy. You know, we have all said that at some point. It's like, please give us Kingdom Hearts 3, please. I would love to see something of that. I hope they show something at E3. Because they've been teasing so much of the drive forms and all this other stuff. And one of the Kingdom Hearts bosses that you get to fight in Olympus Coliseum. And I've said it multiple times before. I'm really paranoid about Kingdom Hearts 3 and how big it's going to be. Because one of the other issues that Dream Drop Distance has is that it's really freaking huge. For a game that's on the 3DS, it is huge. And so it's really hard to find some of the treasure chests in this place. Because you have to constantly keep looking. And sometimes they're right in your face and you don't even notice it because, you know, you're looking high, you're looking low. There's so much verticality and just big open areas that you can't keep track of everything. So it makes you kind of paranoid or anxious that you're missing something. And in Kingdom Hearts 0.2, it didn't feel like an issue. It didn't feel like the treasure chest had that much of an impact into the game. But then again, that's a demo. That's technically a demo for Kingdom Hearts 3 and what we to expect. So Kingdom Hearts 3 could be like, oh yeah, treasure chest is to unlock the secret ending and all this other stuff like how it used to be. Or not used to be, it still is. So the question is like, how will they handle trophies in Kingdom Hearts 3? Will we have to search high and low in these big open areas? Or will we be able to get, like, I really wish they would put in a scanner, some type of thing that lets you, like, it tells you, like, oh yeah, there's a treasure chest nearby, look out for it. Because other games that kind of have this open world, because Kingdom Hearts is going open world, like really open world now with 3. They have like some sort of tracker that lets you find like collectibles a lot easier. And I feel like it would so benefit it if they're going to make these worlds so big as they appear to be. But that's just me personally. Like, I just don't want to have to go through the hassle of finding every trophy in every little corner. Because if you see in the trailer for when Sora's running up Mount Olympus, you can jump down into the valley below. And that whole valley you can run around in. They've even confirmed that you can run around all in that little spot. So that kind of is a scary idea to think about, that these tiny little treasure chests are going to be in these big open areas and you might just miss it because, you know, you're not going to be able to cover every single area like that. Run this guy all the way over here real quick. Blow him up.
Take this!
Boom. Hold up so I can read. Yeah, it kind of sucks. What I would do, what I did for the treasures in this game, because I never looked them up. I actually found them all on my own. What I did was I used Riku and Sora as like guideposts. Basically, there's certain treasure chests that Riku can find easier than Sora can. And in some cases, some of the treasure chests are shared between the two. So if there's a treasure chest in an area that Riku gets to visit, Sora will end up visiting that area at some point, and the treasure chest will be there. There are some cases where the treasure chests are not going to be in the same exact spot, but the number of treasure chests in the area will still be the same. So if you're missing a treasure chest in a particular area, just keep in mind of where the treasure chests are as a particular character, and then go back in as the other character if you're missing it for that character, and you will probably find it in more cases than one. That's how I figured it out, and that's how I was able to find them easier, was by keeping that in mind. So like, say if there was a treasure chest here, right, and I don't have access to this area as Sora, at some point Sora's got to come back here, and you'll have access to this, you know, area of the map. So yeah, just run back, remember that there's a treasure chest here, open it up, there you go. And I'm trying to remember where I'm going. I think I might have went a little too high. This is not the right way to go. Where the heck am I going? That area's locked. I think I actually have to hop on top of that. Shit. Yeah, I have to get on it. I thought it was something else. I think the one world that had messed me up when I played this game on the 3DS was the world that never was, because the treasure chests in that area are a little more hidden. And when I was looking for them, I couldn't find them. I actually beat the game before I actually found all the treasure chests, so I had to go back in to find the missing 2 treasure chests that I was looking for. And ironically, they were with Sora, not with Riku. But yeah, I really think that them adding a radar for Kingdom Hearts 3 would benefit it greatly, because I don't want to have to, or they can do what they did in Final Fantasy 15, where if you go into food like restaurants and talk to the chef, he'll give you he'll tell you the lay of the land and tell you where like items are in the area, or tell you like where specific things are happening at, and you can go and investigate or find treasures out in the open. Something like that, where yeah, you have to interact with the characters more. They actually serve more of a purpose than just being cannon fodder with random dialogue, and just, you know, make it more engaging. Because I always feel like the Disney character, not Disney characters, but just the characters in general that you interact with in the worlds, just give random dialogue that don't really serve any purpose but to just be there. Like, perfect example of this is the in Kingdom Hearts 2, the merchant in Agrabah, where one of the save points are. Like, all you do is just talk to him. There's nothing else that happens with that character. Like, I don't even think he sells anything to you, because there's a Moogle in that same exact room that sells stuff. So he serves no purpose but just to be there, to make it seem like there's actual living, breathing people inside, you know, Agrabah, because Agrabah and all the other worlds feel empty. So it'd be cool to actually have more AIs walking around, and when you talk to them, they actually give you hints to where treasure chests are, or locations, so that way it feels like the worlds are more alive than just to look like a ghost town. I mean, that's just me.
Sam, go! Oh. What are you doing here?
To the flight deck.
But Clu will be here any minute. We'll never make it.
Don't worry. Riku's here to help.
Wait, hold up. I'm trying to, because I was trying to look up that thing that I was talking about, because I forgot what the heck it's called, but it's some stupid thing that ludonarrative dissonance. That's what the term is, where it's basically the cutscene representation of that character is not the actual representation of the character in game. Perfect example would be like Nathan Drake, where Nathan Drake is depicted as this average Joe type of character who kind of just looks at the situation that he's in and is like, this is freaking ridiculous. How the heck is this? Why is this happening? All this other stuff. But in game, he's like this freaking killing machine that somehow just mutilates tons of people, and he has like, but in cutscenes he has like a smile and all this other stuff and witty jokes and puns. Like, it just doesn't make any sense why he has why the cutscene representation of that character is different from the in-game representation of that character. And that's what Ludo narrative is. And many games kind of suffer from this because it's just how it is in terms of story. I gotta heal myself. Oh my god, I'm getting torn up. I gotta keep my distance. Have the Dream Eaters follow me. No, you're not hitting me.
Yeah.
Take this!
Yeah.
Super hacker. Yeah, you're gonna heal my friends, buddy. Can I hack this? Guess not. Oh no, now I can. I need self-destruct. Because I don't want to deal with the pain of... Is this one just gonna constantly shoot out like stuff? Yeah, this thing is gonna constantly shoot out stuff, so I could just sit here all day if I wanted to, and build. Yeah, why not? Like, why not? Let's make this one into a prize machine too. Let's get a couple of money off of it real quick. I don't think they last either. I think like once you like beat this place and come back, they don't stay. So might as well reap in the benefits for a little bit and then go. This place is so freaking big. Oh, hello.
This is mine. Had a feeling you'd be here.
You! You promised that we would change the world, together! You broke your promise. I took the system to its maximum potential. And now, you see the applications at my disposal.
I don't believe it.
You can leave this one to me.
I don't know. I kind of just... I feel like the bosses in this game in general just... They're copy and paste of each other, but the only difference they have, I guess in the sense that the, they're the same boss except that their moveset is a little different. I'm just cheating the crap out of this move because why not? Didn't mean to do that. I'm trying to get it to stagger because if I can get him to stagger, it's easier on me. There we go. Oh, he got me. Finally, he got me. Crap. Retry. All right. That was the first time I died from this boss. But then again, I find I don't know, like the bosses in this game aren't as tough. Like they aren't tough, but if you do let your guard down for a second, they do kind of take advantage of you. Because I know that the bosses at the end of the game are really annoying, because like it just skyrockets in difficulty. But
Take this!
wow, the health didn't come out, really? Alright, just gonna have to avoid confrontation. I'm gonna have to change my deck. Hold up. Exit the battle real quick. Command deck. Let's edit this real quick because this is not working. Let me see. We're gonna need projectiles because I can't keep getting close to it, because every time I get close to it, it just manages to rack in damage. Time bomb isn't gonna help, so we're gonna use Fyra for that. Move that up. Spark dive. Let's change spark dive to strike raid. We'll change this to another cure, so that way I have additional health backups. And zero gravity. We'll change zero gravity to. I'm thinking about thunder, but thunder might not be as effective. Yeah, let's do Thundera. Why not? Let's put that there. Let's see what we get. Oh, he was too far away for that. Ooh.
Fire! Heal! Thunder! Yeah! Heal! Take this! Yeah! Gotcha! Yeah! Thunder! Yeah! Fire! Yeah!
How was that?
Yeah! Hit!
Was that Clue just now? Because that... I never heard that before.
Heal! Yeah! Yeah! Thunder! Yeah! Hey! Ha! Ha! Yeah! Hey! Ha!
Yeah.
There we go. Just had to change my deck around and it made it easier.
I created the perfect system! The thing about perfection is that it's unknowable. It's impossible. But it's also right in front of us, all the time. You wouldn't know that because I didn't when I created you. I'm sorry, Clue. I'm sorry.
Damn, he just Spartan kicked him. You know, it'd be cool to have the fight Clue as a boss, but you don't get to do that.
Go! Clue! Remember what you came for!
Oh no. Damn, kicked him right in the face.
No. No. Why? He's my son. Go!
Kick him off! Kick him off the edge! Kick him off the edge!
It's time!
No!
Sam, it's what he wants.
I'm not leaving you!
Take her! Yes! Goodbye, kiddo.
Don't even think about it. The portal is gone. These gates that connect worlds, maybe when we pass through them, we're challenged and changed. And it's not over. There are more trials ahead we have to overcome. But we'll be ready, Sora.
Dual Disc. A Keyblade that provides an extra boost in strength and makes it easier to land critical hits. I feel like the Keyblades in this game like in the other Kingdom Hearts. Like in Kingdom Hearts 2, like they increased in strength, but they decreased something, and sometimes they were all jumbled up, and it just didn't make any sense why they gave you a Keyblade that was weaker than the one you had currently. This one, it feels nice that like each Keyblade you get is a little bit stronger than the other one, and it doesn't really deteriorate your magic or anything like that. Breath by Sleep had a good mix-up too, but it took too much when it was giving you something. Like, I forgot what Keyblade it was, but it would make you have like negative in magic or something like that. And those type of things is like, it just makes no sense why you want a Keyblade that will do that to you. Digital Cup. Alright. So we're gonna have to drop at some point, right? To catch up, because Sora's only done the first world. He hasn't even done these two yet. I've been using Riku this whole entire time, and I really need to. I'm gonna have to drop to do it. Yeah, let's drop, because I mean Sora needs to get these other. Sora needs to catch up, because it'll be retarded to get all the way to the end here where the other worlds are at, and Sora is nowhere near that. So drop. Droplet Magnet. Payback Raid. Yes. Drop Decelerator. We'll do that. Attacking. 200 and confirm. Payback Raid, Payback Blast. Payback Raid and Payback Blast are counters you can use after an enemy attack sends you flying. Doesn't have anything on his stuff. Can we look at his abilities real quick? I just want to see what we have currently. Fire Screen, that Combo Plus is still missing. Leaf Bracer, we need Leaf Bracer by now. So let's look at the spirits real quick and look at the ability link, because I might switch out Mio here for Yao Wow to get this done. Or maybe, actually, you know what would be better? Oh no, he's right here. Hey, come here, buddy. I need to take a good look at you real quick. Where are you? Oh, that sucks. You don't have enough to, you still don't have enough for this. Please tell me I have food. Please tell me I have, like, a cake or something. I think I still have, like, 2 of them, right? I got 2. Let's hope that... Where is he? Wait, which one are you? Because... Okay, that's... Okay, you over here, Yawa. Alright, now we just gotta give you the cake. To speed this along. Kobe! Please run for it before they do. Please, Yawa, get that cake. Get that cake. That's it. That's it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Thank you. That was messed up. Okay. Please take the cake. Please take the cake. Please take the cake. I see you investigating. No, Meow. No, Meow. No. Ah. I need him to take the cake, not you two. Okay, you know, it's great. Everybody has a snack. I give up. Here, take it. I give up. I'm trying to give one. So one specifically to level up, and it's just like, nope. HP boost. That would be so needed. I'm not messing with that. Mio can grab that, and right now I really want to get Leaf Bracer. So I need to get 400. The food is helpful for the Dream Eaters because it increases their stats or makes them more resistant to stuff. Like, for instance, Meow-Wows hate fire. So if they get caught on fire, other Dream Eaters will kind of just take it as is and take fire damage. No, Mio, which is the Dream Eater that, and I'll just call them by their names, Mio and Meow-Wow, will start freaking out and start running all over the place and not help you at all until the fire's put out. They'll actually will be more distracted about being burned than helping you. So if you're dealing with enemies that kind of shoot fire off like as their primary thing, Meow-Wows aren't the best Dream Eaters to combat those enemies. Unless you boost their stats up and make them more fire resistant. Then they don't pay attention to it as much. The one thing that sucks about Dream Drop Distance HD is that on the 3DS version, you got cards that make you summon special Dream Eaters. You don't get those special Dream Eaters in this game from what I've seen so far, because I had King Meow-Wow, I had the Rainbow Seal, and one other Dream Eater that I can't remember off the top of my head from my copy of the game on 3DS. And it would be cool to have those Dream Eaters again, but I don't even know how you would go about getting them. They're probably just like, oh yeah, that was just a special thing for the 3DS, and that's never gonna happen. So let's start, let's get rid of these enemies first, and then we can hop onto the save point and go to Notre Dame.
Come on! Hey! Ha! Ha! Yeah! Ha!
I'm going to try to at least complete this world and Tron's world before ending the stream, because it's currently 8 o'clock and I want to have some time to do other stuff.
Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Ha! 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 Yeah! Yeah! Here we
keep trying to slow down, but I'm keep hitting stuff.
Here we go! Ha! Yeah! Yeah!
Uh-oh.
Ha! Here we go! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Ha! Yeah! Yeah! Faster! Yeah! Yeah! Faster! Ha! Yeah! Ha!
I wasn't fast enough. I kept hitting stuff. Nope, I'm out of Red Bull. Finally.
Stop.
What? Who? Me?
I've never seen you before. Your name?
I'm Sora.
Such disgusting attire. I know what you are.
Judge Frollo! Sir!
What is the matter, Captain Phoebus? Can't you see I am interrogating this gypsy?
This kid here? But, sir, he's just a boy.
I shall be the judge of that. Now, Captain, did you have something to report to me, or did you not?
Yes, sir. Monsters. They've invaded the square.
Monsters? I'll take care of it.
Hey, wait! It's not safe!
This city is overrun. For decades I've worked to purge the city of those wretched gypsies, and now the streets teem with even more disgusting vermin that threaten law and order.
I mean, I talked about this in the last part for this, but the Disney just it amazes me, right? How Disney takes original, like, it's not, none of this is original. These are from folklore, story, like books and whatnot. They're like The Little Mermaid. All this stuff was something that Disney found, and they made their own representation of it. I think the only thing that was unique and new to them was Lion King. I think Lion King, and then there was one other one, but all the other ones, like Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, all the stuff that we come to know, that we know from Disney, were actually fairy tales and books from like way back in history, and some of them are a little disturbing. But I just find it really interesting how The Hunchback of Notre Dame, it's one of those stories, how it's a lot closer to the original than you would expect. And I wish I knew where you could find the original like stories of these things, but that's completely up in arms. I have no clue. And the ones I remember very well is this one here and there, Cinderella's, which is really messed up if you've actually read it, and Alice in Wonderland, which is even more disturbing.
I knew it was Dream Eaters! What are you doing? You need to run!
Oh no, I couldn't. Today's the festival, and look, I'm the King of Fools!
Ah! Quasimodo!
It's my master. No! Oh, please stop! Why doesn't anything ever go the way I want it to?
Get to safety!
Let me help.
Huh? Who are you?
Esmeralda, I'm a gypsy.
Thank you. I'm Sora.
Gypsy witch.
Okay. Now you've got my attention.
Did they ever make a Mangai for this? Now that I think about it, because they have a Mangai for all the other Kingdom Hearts. I'm not sure if they did one for Dream Drop Distance. Did they ever make one?
There!
Does anybody have like the slightest clue? Because I'm not gonna lie. I've read the Kingdom Hearts 1 Mangai, and then I have like the first 2 volumes of Kingdom Hearts 2. I didn't even bother to read the other ones. So I'm wondering now, because I just literally lost my train of thought on that. Like, did they ever do more of that, or did they like stop after doing Birth by Sleep and 358/2 days? Well, it's not /2 days. I don't know why I keep calling it that. It's 358 over 2 days.
Hey, back off! Hey! Ha! Yeah! Yeah! Ha! Hey! Yeah! Yeah! Hey! Yeah! Ha! Hey!
I have returned with Pizza Hut. No, but like, I'm really trying to think. Did they ever do that? Like, did they ever make the Gotta unplug this thing from my headset. Did they ever make a Mangai for Dream Drop Distance? I'm gonna have to look at that later, because
I wonder if that guy is alright. Quasi... what was it?
now that's stuck on my head now, because like I used to read the mangais for this. I read all of the first one, and I only read the first 2 volumes of the second one. I still have them from back when I was in middle school, right. Actually, one day I'll probably do like a video showing like how my setup is, but like basically I have a desk in front of me with a monitor and a computer, and the computer's hooked up to this monitor, and at the same time the PS4 runs on this monitor at the same time. But there's 2 like cabinets on this computer desk. In my right cabinet, where my right hand is, has a ton of books in it, and there's 2 volumes of both Kingdom Hearts 2 in there, like volume 1 and volume 2. And those things are old. Like, I got those when I was in middle school. That was like roughly 10 years ago. I think it was 11 years ago actually when I got those, because I think I was in my I think I was in 5th. Wait, was I in 5th or 4th grade when I got these? I don't remember. But yeah, they're really old books. So I'm not even sure anymore. You don't think they did? Dang. I'm gonna have to look just to be sure, because I'm not even sure. Like, it wouldn't make any sense since they made all the other ones to stop. But you might be right on that they didn't make one for Dream Drop Distance. So I'm just gonna have to look, because sometimes you find the weirdest things on the internet. Because there was supposed to be, and you know, a lot of people were like, oh, I wish there was a Kingdom Hearts TV show or anime. There was supposed to be a TV show for this, but Tetsuya like canceled it because it was stemming way too far from the actual game itself. And now I really wish they did like make an anime for it, or make I guess a series of short episodes that are comprised of like stuff that happens in between Kingdom Hearts between Kingdom Hearts games. I mean, it's possible they could do it. and give it like the same like respect as the Final Fantasy animes they have called Final Fantasy Brotherhood. If anybody's seen that for Final Fantasy 15, because I seen the first episode of that and it was really good. Didn't bother to watch the rest though because it took forever and a decade for them to put more episodes up. But yeah, I would love to see them make an anime of Kingdom Hearts. It doesn't have to stay. It doesn't have to be all the events from the actual game, but you know, but like stuff to fill in gaps here and there, or maybe maybe like something I forgot what you would call it. Because they do it. They do it with Birth by Sleep. They do it with 0.2, where they try to catch you up with the story, and it's always with dialogue. It's never with like actual scenes that helps you understand. They could do something like that, where it's a recap of events, and it's like a short, maybe like 5-episode anime with really good like cinematics and whatnot to see how, you know, a Kingdom Hearts anime would fare.
There! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Ha! 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 Oh! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Ha!
Then again, it was like, you know, the idea sounds nice, but then on paper, it just doesn't work.
Yeah! Oh! Oh!
Go around for more treasure chests. Place is way too big. Anything, just a little bit.
Oh! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Ha! Yeah! 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 Hey! There! There!
That was totally my fault. That was totally my fault because I hit square again when I should have waited until I touched the ground because I wanted the dodge roll. I didn't want that to happen. That was so my fault. I'm not even gonna fight these enemies again. How about that? I'm just gonna try to get the treasure chest and go. That was so totally my fault. I should have been patient on that because I was trying to like get out of the way, and I kept pressing square at the wrong time. No, I'm not fighting you. Goodbye. What I really want to do after this, like, I want to play Titanfall too a little bit because the flow motion and everything in this game just makes me feel like playing that. I have so much fun with Titanfall 2 that I don't know, it just scratches that. Oh my god, speaking of you know, those type of games, like for those who don't know, Respawn was originally Infinity Ward. I've mentioned this multiple times during the review and playthrough of that game, but so the other day after doing the hard run of the very hard mode of Nier for the demo, I was checking to see if the footage uploaded to YouTube because I said I was gonna do that, and as I was looking through my emails, I get a message from, you know, Activision because I'm stupid and I have Activision send me shit through email.
Yeah.
With news updates and whatnot, and sometimes like little random, like, back in the day they used to send me like exclusive information, like, oh yeah, you're number 1% or number 1 in the world for so and so. Back when I used to play Ghost a shit ton, and so I was like number 1 in headshots or something like that back in the day. But yeah, they send me a thing where I don't think there's any more treasure chests, so we can actually go up. They send me a thing for like for Infinite Warfare, saying something about like season pass benefits, and I don't know why I just ran back into the downstairs. I'm stupid. And as I go to look at this, right, and it shows a trailer, I'm like, oh great, it's a trailer. Let's take a good look at this. As I'm watching the trailer, I am somewhat stunned by what I saw. And I'm not promoting Infinite Warfare at all. I'm just saying how I'm amazed that all of a sudden they're backpedaling really hard with that game. I have never seen a backpedal this bad, but it is a thing. So they show 2 weapons because it's the Quartermaster thing, and you guys know how those games are. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna promote our weapons that you can get in the box. So they show off an axe and they show off a gun, and apparently the gun is you can get it if you're a season pass holder immediately. The base weapon.
This is Big Marie.
Hello!
She likes you.
Looks like Quasi's gonna be just fine.
Indisputably.
He's tough.
We may be hard as stone, but Quasi's stronger.
I know. Whoa! Talking gargoyles?
Excuse us for having personality.
You could stay here forever.
No, I couldn't.
Oh yes, you have sanctuary.
But not freedom. Gypsies don't do well inside stone walls.
You helped me. Now, I will help you.
But there's no way out. There's soldiers at every door.
We won't use a door. It's all right. Are you ready?
Didn't expect that. So how come you and Quasimodo are so close?
We've been friends for years.
More than a decade of camaraderie.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
He never leaves?
Oh, he's not allowed to leave. Judge Frollo forbids it.
Why?
Care to pull up a stool?
The short version is, Frollo thinks he's doing Quasi a favor by keeping folks from seeing that mug of his.
After a lifetime of watching from the nosebleed seats, Quasi just wanted to go to the Feast of Fools. And we're so proud of him for finally working up the courage to do it.
'Tis a shame those creatures dashed his hopes.
You should talk. When's the last time you looked in a mirror?
Well, you broke it.
Ah, a wise guy, eh?
Knock it off, you couple of blockheads! I just hope this one failure doesn't cause Quasi to give up. He was so close.
He can't let his heart be a prison. Don't worry. I'll go talk to him.
Oh, my dear Quasimodo, you don't know what it's like out there. The world is cruel, and you are deformed and ugly. You will be shown little pity. You must believe me. I am your only friend. And how can I protect you, my dear boy, unless you stay in here?
I'm not gonna lie, this reminds me of somebody I knew in real life that I punched right in the face.
Your sanctuary.
Yes, Master.
Like there's literally and it's terrible too because I can actually relate with Quasimodo. I think that's why I like the Disney movies that I used to watch as a kid. The one that apparently I watched a ton of when I was like an infant and I didn't know any better because I was an infant, toddler walking coming through. I was Billy Badass then, and I'm Billy Badass now. But no, all seriousness, the one that I used to watch a lot of was apparently Lion King. And my cousin, because we grew up together, he would watch Aladdin. So it was kind of like it was a switch between the two. And even though I still like Lion King. It was a really good Disney movie. But I can relate with Quasimodo. That if there are people out there that are kind of bitter and just believe that what they're doing is right, and they don't understand that all they're doing is hurting the people around them, or they do get it and they don't care and they believe that what they're doing is just, and those are the type of people that aggravate me more than anything, because they try to take away other people's like will to do whatever, and try to command them as if they're just pawns in their little, you know, game. And I remember meeting somebody and seeing them doing this to somebody that I knew and I had respect for, and she didn't deserve it. And I'm not gonna lie, like I was mad, and I socked this dude, you know, dead in the face because he was, you know, pretty much telling her and saying all this, you know, hurtful stuff. Like, she didn't deserve that. So I can relate with Quasimodo. That Quasimodo feels like and the girl believed it. That's what also killed me. And Quasimodo feels the same way. Is that he believes what Frollo tells him because that's all he's ever dealt with. And sometimes I feel like that's what makes, you know, stories really worth it. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's just, you know, there's just people out there that do that, and I don't like it because people aren't pawns. I don't like seeing people suffer. I don't like seeing people, you know, being, you know, used. I mean, I can understand if you're doing something for the benefit of them, because there's been moments where they really believe what they're doing is a good thing, and you know deep down that it's bad, and you have to stop them no matter what, even if it means like they're gonna be mad at you for it, but they'll thank you later. I've had that happen multiple times. In fact, I had to do that a couple times for my best friend, and yeah, he got mad at me at that moment in time, but he realized later, like, oh yeah, he just saved me from a hassle. And you know, for like what, 10 years now, like we've been best friends ever since. Like, you know, known him for 10 years. Something goes down, he knows what's up. So yeah, it's just, you know, it's just those type of things. It's just, I don't like it.
Yeah.
People deserve to be, you know, able to do what they want, but also give them the benefit of the doubt. You have to act like you don't have to control what they're doing, but you also should act as someone that cares, even if they don't like it. If that makes any sense, because it's sometimes when I say things, it just doesn't come out the way you expect it to.
Oh, hello again. Sora, was it?
Hold it. You're that guy with Frollo.
Easy. I'm not looking for any sort of fight. Finally, someone sensible. I'm Phoebus. Tell me, is she still safe in the cathedral?
If she is Esmeralda, then Quasimodo helped her escape.
Blast.
What's wrong?
It's Judge Frollo. He's obsessed with destroying the gypsies, and his mind is in a dark place. When I objected to his barbarous actions, he banished me from the guard.
What? That's not fair.
Don't worry about me. Frollo said he's found the Court of Miracles, the gypsies' haven within the city. Esmeralda and her friends are in danger. Huh? We have to find them and warn them before Frollo gets there.
Quasimodo! Esmeralda's in trouble!
Where did she go?
I don't know. She vanished into the streets. She gave me this pendant. Esmeralda said this would help us find her. When you wear this woven band, you hold the city in your hand. It's the city! It's a map, see? Here's the cathedral, and the river. Go this way, cross the bridge, and... the Court of Miracles!
Well done, Quasimodo!
Yeah, Quasi. Nice!
Yes. I'm going to save her.
Yeah, but the subject I was saying before, because I know people were probably going to be like, well, what's the best way of helping a friend out? I would honestly say be a guiding hand, but don't stick your hand too much into it. Let them do whatever they want. Give them a little bit of advice. Don't push it onto them. Like, people are their own persons. Let them do whatever they feel like is, you know, good for them. because I mean, I've had a ton of experience with that, where I see something and it looks totally wrong, like something is gonna go horribly wrong, and all my friends already know this because it's happened, and they hate it when I'm right, and it always happens. I don't like being right. I really don't, because a lot of people get smug about it. I don't like it, because when I'm right, that means that it's just another, it's just added to the board. Added to the board. It's not the greatest feeling in the world. It's not. So when that happens, you know, it's just like my friends kind of like, what do you think? Is this a good idea or a bad idea? And it's like, and if I tell them it's probably not the best idea, they kind of take it as is because of all the times I've called something and it just ends up working the way I expect it to. But yeah, you just pretty much just tell them like, hey, this is probably not a good idea. I don't recommend you doing it, but if you want to do it, do it. I'm not gonna stop you. You know, you just gotta be, you know, responsible about it.
Yeah.
There's no harm in letting them have, you know, fun. Because who knows? Maybe something good happens out of it. It's never like my situation where it just ends up going horribly bad at every time. But you know, if you feel like something's wrong, speak your mind. Don't let them just wander into something aimlessly. That's how I think it is, you know, a good way of helping a friend out. You have to kill this flower, right? I don't think you killed. Wait.
Back off!
It's been a while since I've talked about like life advice and stuff like that, because I don't really do it as much because, you know, some people don't take it the right way. Like before, I don't know what happened. I remember back in the day, I used to be able to say stuff and speak my opinions without offending a lot of people, and they actually got what I was saying. But now it's like people get easily offended over stuff, and it makes me just question the logic behind some people, because some people just get offended. Like, I don't know what it is. It's just people just find the simplest things to get mad about. I mean, you just sit there confused, scratching your head like, why did you get mad over this again? Yeah, people got sensitive, like, really bad. I mean, I came from New York, so it's like, I'm used to, like, people having hard, like, you know, I'm used to people not really caring. They understand what you're saying, and they'll take it. They'll take it as advice. They won't take it as anything other than that, and go about their day. I mean, that's how I was raised and stuff like that. Is to, you know, say what you have to say. If they take it the wrong way, oh well. That's their fault. But it's just everybody gets offended for the simplest things in the world. It's, you can't do one thing without them getting mad. So it makes you sit there and kind of like scratch your head like, why? Why are you offended? Kind of reminds me of that one video. I'm gonna make a joke right here. That one video I saw where the guy called himself Humongous. For those who've never seen that, basically there was like a video with a protest group for feminism and everything like that. Like it was a bunch of feminists being interviewed, and one guy just got finished interviewing, and I think the girl was trying to ask him a question, right? And the guy just kind of looked at her and said, "My name is Humongous," and she's like, "Humongous what?" And he's just like kind of confused. He gets really, you seen the video? He gets really freaking confused, like Hugh, it's Hugh and then Mungus. And he's like, she's like, humongous what? Why are you pointing at your dick? And it's like, I'm not. He's like, and he's not. He really isn't. He's just like, I'm not pointing at my. You know? And she gets so offended and causes a big scene, like that type of stuff. Like you get offended by the simplest things in the world. It's not like he's attacking you personally, but yet you're so offended by what this person is saying that it makes me just sit there and question, why do you care what this person says? Like, I can understand, like, and it's funny too, because people are really weird like that. They get offended by the simplest things in the world. And I have no problems with feminisms. I actually know a couple that are, and that chick, I don't think she's a real feminist, honestly, because I've met real feminists and they don't act like that. They actually act mature and have, you know, a common sense in the back of their head. So when I saw that for the first time, I was cracking up because it's just, how can you be offended by what this person said? He didn't touch you inappropriately. He didn't make any like sexual references to you. He didn't call you out. In fact, he was trying to leave the situation all entirely. So why did you constantly pursue him and constantly harass this man? You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. If he's not instigating it and he's not bothering you, who cares? They're just words. Let it go. People get so offended by this just these little things that it just makes me like, it makes me laugh. It shouldn't be a thing, period.
Hey, there. Yeah. Oh. There. Just ha. Hey, ha. Ha. Hey, yeah. 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 Heal.
Why did I just do that?
So long. Yeah. 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 Ha. Oh. There. Ha. Ha. Yeah. Yeah. Back off.
And on that, and speaking of that subject, there's a lot of things we could talk about on that subject. But it's like, I gotta understand, like, some chicks are offended that, like, a lot of them believe that, you know, they should get paid the same amount as, like, and there are certain jobs that make women get paid less than what men do. And I feel like that, yeah, it's true that women do a lot more than us guys at times. Especially if they're a single mother and they're trying to take care of their kids and all that stuff. That's totally understandable. I can get behind that. But in that situation in that video, you complaining and you trying to instigate it and sounding like an idiot while you're doing it does not help your case at all. If you want to be treated, you know, kind of like everybody else, then start by not acting like a child and focus more on being responsible and acting like a well-mannered person. Maybe then you actually will get, you know, treated the same way as everybody, as, you know, your male counterparts. Because because some people believe that because of their gender they can get away with certain stuff, and me personally I do not believe in that. I believe that you have to really show it. Like, it doesn't matter what gender you are. If you're treating somebody horrible or you're doing something that, like, you're trying to get away with something because of your, you know, what gender you are, I'm gonna call BS on it. Just point blank period. I don't care if you're a boy or a girl, I'm just gonna say it. Because there's no way in hell I'm gonna let you walk away doing something to somebody else and think you have immunity. As soon as that gets, like, thrown out the window, I think the better it would be for everybody. Sorry, I hit the mic. But yeah, like it just doesn't work that way. I mean, it's the same thing with racism, and that was something that me, my buddy Crazy, and Lemon were talking about. For those who don't know who they are, if you go on YouTube and see that one video where Lemon practically screwed us over in a ranked match for Rainbow, yeah, that guy. God damn it, Lemon! But yeah, me and Lemon had a conversation about like why racism exists, and now this video is kind of going into more of more controversial, like, you know, real life situations. But you know, that's kind of how this channel is. Well, how it used to be. And I want to actually I want to go back to the way that was, because a lot of people had comments, a lot of people had interesting stuff to say, and it was nice to make conversation with people. So if you guys don't like that, I'm sorry, but that's kind of why I'm doing that, because I want to go back to the way it was when I first started doing YouTube and everything like that. So I honestly believe that racism was kind of just a thing because people always, there's difference. That's just a given. Like, everyone is different in their own way and shape or form, depending on how you look, your hair color, your skin, your eyes. There's always going to be this sort of difference, and people are going to always want to find something that makes you better than the other person. It's just a thing. Like, in competitive play and everything like that, we always try to strive to be better than the guy next to us. And you see it everywhere. Like, you see it from when you're being drafted into, like, a friendly game of basketball. People get picked first, and you end up getting picked last. You know? And so in most cases, it could be just because they know how their friends play. In other cases, it's just because the guy's tall. Or, in an extreme case scenario, it's because, and this is racist, it's because they're black. And I've had that happen. A lot. I'm Hispanic, and people try to, you know, since there was a dude next to me that's taller than me, they pick him first. That's just how things are. So people always kind of single people out, and I think that's where racism comes from. Is that difference, is that people try to look at us in a weird way and try to find something to either compare themselves to or strive towards. Like, a perfect example of this is that way back when, you know, black suppression and everything like that was a thing, and people were protesting and all this other stuff for rights. I forgot what the case was called. It was a famous case with schools and with schooling and everything like that, where, I'm not going to go that way. I think there's treasure chests down this way. There is a bunch of little, you know, African-American girls come up to they act as, you know, they come up to the stands and everything like that, and they say, and then this lady holds up a doll. She holds up a Barbie doll that back then was white because they didn't make any, you know, ethnic Barbie dolls, and a standard, like, black doll, right? And they said, which one is prettier to you? And they all pointed to the white one. The reason why they said that is because, in most cases, they were saying it because of the eyes, the skin, and all this other stuff. But if you look at it, it all said the same thing. They didn't feel that they were beautiful because they were always being discriminated against in their schooling and whatnot. So that makes you realize something right there, that people are being judged by how they look. And that should not be a thing. So those type of indifferences is a major problem in and of itself. And is why it's still a thing. Because people still look at people individually as something to admire or something to neglect. Even now, like, women that are overweight look at these magazines of, like, really skinny models and want to go and be skinny, and they'll do everything by starving themselves, having fat reduction and all this other stuff to try to, you know, get this facade of an image that they might not be able to achieve because that's not in their genetic makeup. And so instead of teaching people to accept one another for who they are and how they look, we've done nothing but make this fake world that you have to look like, you have to look skinny, you have to have like a perfect clear face with no acne and all this other stuff. You have to look a specific color, you have to act a certain way to actually, you know, be considered beautiful or respected. And that shouldn't be a thing. I mean, you even see it in social media, where on your Facebook, you see these perfect worlds, like these perfect like moments on Facebook, and you never and I want you guys to do this little bit of homework if you can. Look at your friends' Facebook stuff. Do they ever post anything negative on their stuff? It's always, and if you do look at it, most of the time it's always positive. It's never something negative, like, oh, I got into a car accident, or it's always pictures of them smiling with people, and it happens a lot, but really it doesn't. You know, those are just moments in time, but we subconsciously believe that that's how their life is all the time. And that it just leads to a whole slew of problems I'm not even going to get into, because that'll make the video way darker, but those type of things have negative effects on people. And those are not real. Those moments aren't real. Those don't happen. There's no such thing as a perfect, you know, happy life like that. But we've subconsciously made it that way, because we're trying to look up to a standard that does not exist. So that's one thing I could say you could probably take from this, is that do what you want, do what you believe in, and don't necessarily... Oh yeah, the Dream Eaters actually help you tell you where locations are. I've completely forgot about that. But just pretty much just take everything in stride. Who cares how you look and what you do? Just do whatever you want. And that's how I take it anyway, because let's be honest, people are gonna judge you, people are gonna ridicule you, people are gonna say something about you no matter what you do. No matter how much you do, how much good you do, and how much bad you do, there's always gonna be somebody that will hate on your guts to the day you die. It's just a thing. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but it happens. And you can't just get mad over it. You can't just, you know, feel like, you know, that person's whole world evolves around you. It doesn't. Who cares what a person thinks? Just do whatever you want. Have fun with it. You only live once. And if you worry about other people's, you know, BS and their little attitudes, you'll never be happy. And never compare yourself to somebody else, because comparing yourself to somebody else is meaning that somebody's better than you. And never look at these standards as something to aspire to. Yeah, if you want to be healthy, you want to work out, you want to do all this stuff to feel good, go ahead, do it. Who cares? You know, that's your life. You want to do it, do it. But don't believe that you have to always live up to these standards that these magazines make it out to be, or what Facebook pretends to be. Live your life the way you want. And don't worry about standards.
There! Yeah! 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 Ha!
I feel like and that was a little too much to take in, but I feel like some people actually deserve that from me, because I've seen so much, and I know some people are probably like, oh, where's all this coming from? This is just out of the blue. I'll explain that. It's like, lately I've been running into people that have been having major issues in their life and always comparing themselves to things, and I felt like that was something that probably should be addressed in a video, so that way, you know, other people who are dealing with that at this current moment in time can learn from it. Just to help people out. I mean, they can take the advice, or not take it. I really don't care. But you know, if it helps if they learn from it, good for them. If not, oh well, I tried. That's another thing you have to kind of learn too, is that not everybody is gonna listen to the advice you give and, you know, take it kindly or accept it. But the more you help somebody, the better it is. And who knows? Maybe someday down the line, somebody will help you. Well, that ain't the creepiest thing you ever seen. Something over here, right? Yep, there's right here. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to talk about that might be an interesting subject. Because that's the only thing I had, like, on my mind that was really, like, something to address. Because it happens a lot. Like, I mean, I feel bad, though. Like, I really do. Like, there's a lot of people that just go through this, like, a lot more than they used to be. Like, I don't remember so many people going through, like, these type of things before. But it's just, like, a real major thing now. So it makes me, like, kind of... Well, I don't know what the right word is. It bothered, upset. I don't even know how you would explain that. But seeing so many people kind of just take these things and like look down on themselves, like they will never like be somebody or amount to anything, kind of, I don't know. It kind of like strikes a nerve with me, because it's like that shouldn't be a thing. Nobody should feel like they have to, like they can't do anything. Or they don't have the right, I mean, to deserve, you know, happiness.
Yeah.
Achieve victory in less than 20 seconds.
Just back off. Ha! Hey! Ja! Yeah, yeah, ha! Yeah, hey, yeah! So long!
Where the heck did this... God! Wow. The Dream Eaters ran... These things ran off on me when I ran back up. I went up, they went down. I could have easily had that if they didn't, like, fell off the platform. That sucks. Oh well.
Yes.
It's like, I'm gonna go up, I'm gonna go down.
Yeah.
That's another thing that people don't like, and I don't like it either. That's the one thing I can say. I do not like. Hey, what's up, nobody? That's the one thing I probably do not like about Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, is that the challenges in this game require you to do certain things, and if the Dream Eaters, if the Nightmares kind of just like run off, and it's time oriented, it does not feel good at all. I'm just gonna say it as is, because it sucks having to chase after these freaking things to do something, and they just run off like...
Hey, yeah, ha!
Did I get everything in here? I think I did, but I want to be sure. Yeah, I did get everything in here. Alright, let's go.
Oh. Oh. Ha! Yeah! Ha! So long! Yeah! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Ha! Yeah! There! Yeah! Yeah! Ha! Back off!
I don't want to create a new spirit. I want to look at some of the stuff here. Grab that. Grab that. Oh, he has enough now. Yes! Give me that. Might as well get this as well. Yes. So now we have Leaf Bracer. We're gonna change parties out. So which one am I gonna get rid of? I'm gonna get. Sorry, Mio, you're being put on bench. I don't want to dismiss you. There we go. Let me see how your thing is. It's fire screen. Give me that. And poison block. Do I want poison block or do I just want? Yeah, you know what? Give me poison block. Circle raid. Oh, we're dang. We only need one more. We only need one more point for that. Ain't that some? That sucks. I really need that. And then combo plus 2. We need these two. This one more than this, but you know, the more we have, the better. Yao Wow is pretty much complete, so we might create another Dream Eater to work with. So what can we make? Katanuki? Katanuki, huh? I've never seen this Dream Eater. I am not joking. Did this thing exist in the 3DS game? I've never seen it. How much is this? I'm gonna. Okay, we're getting this one when we get enough. I'm gonna save up because I want that Katanuki. That looks like it's a freaking Tanuki and a Meow Wow put together. It's a dog, cat, and a freaking Tanuki.
Hey! Hey! Ja!
It was there in the 3DS version? I never seen them before. I gotta look at the game later because I don't remember ever seeing the Katanuki. So that's interesting as hell to see. Maybe I can buy the ingredient. No, you can't buy it. Because if I could buy it, it wouldn't show me as having only 2. I really want the Tanuki now. I really want it. I want that Tanuki, man. Meowos are freaking adorable, man. I can't get enough of them. But then again, that's just me. I'm a dork.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a trap. Okay. I know there's a chest in here. Where is it? Gotta find it. Is it up here? Yeah, there it is right there. There's a big one over there.
Yes.
Thunder Dash. Anything else? Right, unless you can climb on top of these.
Yeah.
No, you can't. Alright.
Ha!
Quasimodo? What are you doing here?
Phoebus and I came to warn you. Frollo's on his way.
Take what you can and flee.
Well done, Captain Phoebus. Thankfully, you are every bit as predictable as I had hoped.
Which one do I like more, Birth by Sleep or Dream Drop Distance?
I always knew you would someday be of use to me.
It's kind of hard to, like...
I have you at last, you witch. There'll be a bonfire in the square.
No. Please, Master.
Huh.
Frollo, I won't let you do this!
Dang. Knocked out cold. I'm trying to think on that now, because I didn't really...
No! Quasimodo? Esmeralda! Phoebus! He's taking her to a bonfire in the square. I gotta hurry!
It's hard to compare. I like both Dream Drop Distance and Birth by Sleep. Birth by Sleep has its own, like, atmosphere and gameplay, and there's certain things about it that annoy me. Dream Drop Distance is the same way. There's certain things that annoy me. So, I'm trying to think of like, what would be... I think Birth by Sleep I like more because of the fact that they have a lot more content in there than it does here. Just for that alone. Like, story and everything is nice, and that's how it always is with Kingdom Hearts. But what really made Birth by Sleep stand out was it was like the first Kingdom Hearts game to really put an emphasis on extra bosses and extra content. Because you guys got to remember, with Kingdom Hearts 2, the only extra content we had here in America was Sephiroth. That was it. There was nothing else. So, not Dream Drop, Birth by Sleep added, you know, Vanitas Remnant, the Mysterious Figure, and then the final mix even added more bosses to that lineup. So, if it wasn't for Birth by Sleep, we probably wouldn't have all that extra stuff we saw in the final mix of 2. Well, actually, no. 2's final mix came out a little bit before Birth by Sleep came out, but just the just all the content, man. I don't even know like how the best way to explain that.
Together!
What the hell? Yeah, I did. Yeah. And you're totally right on that. I'm just like my brain is just so focused on the fight that I'm not paying attention to like. I'm trying really hard not to get hit by this guy. There we go. He's dead. But yeah, Birth by Sleep had so much content outside of Kingdom Hearts 2 and in its vanilla form that's why I like Birth by Sleep more than... Because if you look at Dream Drop Distance, the only thing they had was the frog, that Frog Knight, and the Disney character that you fight at the very end post-game.
Risk your life to save that gypsy witch. Just as your own mother died in her pitiful attempt to save you.
What?
Now, I'm going to do what I should have done 20 years ago.
Hold on! Hold on!
And he shall smite the wicked and plunge them into the fiery pit forever!
I love how they censored that.
Quasimodo! No! No!
Hey, oh, bromance.
Quasimodo, you can't let your heart be...
I know. I can't blame Frollo for putting walls around me.
I just hit the mic with my other mic.
It wasn't the walls that were holding me back. But my heart is free now. I'm ready to really see what's out there.
Be the next Nathan Drake, Quasimodo. Find ancient tombs. You're a smart man.
All that time, Quasimodo let himself be trapped inside the nightmares Frollo gave him.
Hypocrite. You are the one who has made your heart a prison.
You again! What are you talking about?
Even if you are not the prisoner.
Huh? My heart's a prison?
See, that's why we did... That's stuff for Birth by Sleep. We already covered that game before, but for those, we're going to do a recap. That's why we did Birth by Sleep first, alright? So, Ventus, for those who don't know, Ventus and Venus were once one person. When they formed together to make the Keyblade, which is basically a Keyblade that is connected to Kingdom Hearts, Vanitas fought Ventus inside, like, I forgot what the world is called, because Sora visits the world as well. But what happens is that Ventus wins and shatters his heart again, and finds Sora when he was like really young and stays refuge inside Sora's heart. Sora probably does not remember where Sora probably doesn't remember those events very clearly because he was really young. But basically, Ventus is a prisoner inside Sora's heart. Yes, it's actually called something. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called like the lane. It's not the lanes between. I'm trying to remember because they actually have an official name. But you guys know what I'm talking about. The stained glass like pillars that have either Sora or the Princesses of Heart and stuff like that. Those pillars that you see in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 and also in Dream Drop Distance. It's really hard to explain, but they say that it's a doorway that Keyblade wielders end up going into. Maybe. I think that might be what it's called. I have no idea. But, yeah, Sora... Ventus is pretty much trapped inside Sora's heart, and he probably does not know this himself. At the current moment in time, he does not know this. So, it's just a matter of time that he realizes what's going on. I think that's what's going to happen in Kingdom Hearts 3, is that because we saw in 0.2 that everybody seems oblivious about it to this day. They're still confused about Ventus and why he hasn't woken up, and they believe that Aqua will be the one to wake him up. But I don't think Aqua is the one that's going to wake him up. I think Sora is supposed to be the one to wake him up.
Hey, Axel, you haven't forgotten.
What?
You made us a promise.
I did?
That you'd always be there. To bring us back.
Yeah.
Got it memorized?
Best friends forever. Where? What happened to me? Roxas. That's me. Dylan. Alias. Evan. Yenzo. We're people again. But only the ones who joined the organization here. I guess Xehanort doesn't count. But where are Braig and... Aiza?
Alright, so 358 2 days we can't necessarily cover. And it just skipped it all on its own. I didn't even press a button. It just said, screw that noise. Alright, so we're gonna stop recording, but before we do, I'm gonna explain 358/2 days real quick, because I know that's something we can't necessarily cover unless I could somehow record it on the 3DS. But honestly, it's not that important. The story isn't really that great, and it feels like cannon fodder. It really does. I like, that's probably the one Kingdom Hearts that I really wanted to enjoy, but I really can't because there's just so much running around and so little story to it. It only gets really good at the very end. So what happened in with the events of Kingdom Hearts and everything like that, Kingdom Hearts 2 and 358/2 days, is that Roxas was working with Xion. Xion is artificially created by the organization to siphon Roxas's powers. So that way they had a Keyblade wielder of their own, and once Roxas's powers were subtracted, they were gonna pretty much excommunicate Roxas. They were gonna kill him off. So that's what the whole story was about. Shion really enjoyed Roxas, really appreciated Roxas, and she remembered what her role was and didn't like it. And she ended up gaining a heart of her own. But she's also a part of Roxas. So when Roxas defeated Shion in their final confrontation, he ended up getting the ability to summon 2 Keyblades, and which was Oathkeeper and Oblivion, which, if you guys know, is the promise that Sora made to Riku and Kairi, because he started to remember all the things that happened with Sora, and at this point he was mixed with emotions. He felt betrayed by the organization, and he really hated Sora for God knows what reason. And so he went to try to destroy Kingdom Hearts. He was on a crusade of self-destruction, and Riku and Ansem, the real Ansem, realized what was going on, and so they pretty much, that's why Riku confronts Roxas in the world that never was, is to stop him from killing himself, and in doing so, killing Sora, because Sora will never be able to come back as a complete and whole person if Roxas ends up getting eliminated in the process. And so during that time, when Roxas was knocked down and his memories were erased, Ansem put data and everything like that into Roxas, and as well as Sora, and this transferred into Sora at the end of during the events of Kingdom Hearts 2. And before, in between 358/2 days, there was Chain of Memories, when Sora was running through Castle Oblivion. During this time of events, Roxas was running around doing things, and the memories were starting to come between and become corrupted and twisted because of Naminé. So Sora was losing all the memories, and Roxas was getting all of them. And so as Naminé was trying to repair Sora, she couldn't do it because of Roxas. And that's why all the stuff happened in 358/2 days at the end. And in Kingdom Hearts 2, Sora pretty much goes about, around the worlds defeating all the organization members. And the organization members work like this. And this is kind of spoiling a little bit of the story here. When a strong heart that has turned into a Heartless and a Nobody, if both the Heartless and the Nobody variant is defeated and vanishes, the real people of those counterparts comes back. So that's why you see Axel, you see all of them as people again, because their Heartless were defeated, and so were their Nobodies. And that pretty much covers up all the stuff that kind of happened with the organization members and why things are the way they are, and why Roxas is kind of who he is, and how he's able to use 2 Keyblades. But anyway, when I come back, we'll be doing more Kingdom Hearts. For right now, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to come back. I'm going to live stream more, but I'm not going to live stream this. I'm going to probably just practice on Devil May Cry, because I have to practice Rainbow Six later tonight with friends. You guys already know the deal, because I'm going competitive for that. I'm going to keep saying that because I know a lot of people are confused when I say that, why you have to practice Rainbow and all this other stuff. I'm coming back tomorrow. I got nothing going on tomorrow, so I'll be recording more tomorrow as soon as I get up. So if there's, I have no idea when that's gonna be, because this is how my schedule is. I get up around like 10 in the morning, do what I have to do, sit down and record. Then I have to stay up all night to practice Rainbow for Venom Gaming, and also on the side I sometimes practice Overwatch. And then the school stuff as well, and then it's just, my schedule is kind of like hectic, and so I can't really say specifically what time I start. I just start. I make posts on Twitter because it's convenient. I don't do it here on Twitch because honestly I don't think anybody really looks at the posts that I make here on Twitch, so I stopped doing that. So if you guys want to know when I'm about to stream, look at Twitter. Because when I say I'm about to stream, I literally do mean I'm about to stream. Because I just look at my phone, click, and I start to stream up. But I will be coming back in 2 hot seconds to practice some Devil May Cry. Because I feel like playing that. Because lately I've been getting a little bit motivated again to, try to practice with Dante more on there. I'm not expecting people to go and watch that, because I do listen to music, and you do hear the music in the stream. And I know people like the music half the time. Some people don't. Everybody has their mixed feelings and whatnot. And I know some people probably like what the I'm gonna make a reference to this because, for people on YouTube, you guys are not gonna care. But for those who watch on Twitch, if you guys are curious about what songs I play, just ask and I'll tell you the name of the songs. It's not that hard. It's literally all the music you hear is from my iPod. It's from my iTunes. I do not use Spotify. I do not use Pandora. I honestly think those two services are just obviously junk, because why the hell am I gonna pay for those services or get those services when all the music they play I already have? You know, it just doesn't make any sense for me. I have over 4,000 songs that I swap through and listen to. And it's a library that's constantly building. I'm probably gonna have to get a new iPod soon if I keep getting more and more songs as I am. That's just how it is. I mean, I play Devil May Cry so much that music is my muse. So the more ammunition I have in my iPod, the better I feel when I play. So if you guys ever have a question about music, just say it. Just pretty much ask what the name of the song is, and I'll tell you, because it's right there. It's like right there on my iTunes. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this session of Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. I'll be coming back tomorrow with more of this. As a reminder, on the 7th, I will be doing Nier Automata. So if we're not done by then, expect Nier Automata to come up. And then right after that, we'll be doing Dream Drop Distance. And then after Dream Drop Distance, we'll be doing Final Fantasy 15. Peace out, guys. Like always, go underground. Have a good one. And for those of you that are watching this on Twitch right now, I'll be back momentarily. Just need to do a couple things real quick. And we'll be right down to the nitty-gritty. Have a good one. See you soon.